Hello, welcome back to Tea and Tea Go Dutch. Where are we today?
Today we're in the city of Alphen in the Rijn, which is about maybe a 10-minute train ride from Leiden.
Yeah.
So pretty close. And
I've only been here once.
yeah, I've been here a couple times to explore around for some different things, but we thought this week we would tell you a little bit about what's going on with our lives and how things are going with all of the multifaceted things we got going on.
We have been busy, and we can't wait to tell you all about it.
Well, and not only have we been busy, but we're about to get even busier.
Yeah, crazy.
The past couple of months have been pretty busy.
Yeah, very, very busy.
We had some of our friends from the States come over.
Yeah.
And both of them stayed with us, which was super cool.
We got to introduce them to some Dutch cuisine.
Yeah, they really loved the small pancakes.
Yep, they particularly loved bitterballen and wanted to know why that was not a thing in the South, and they make a fair point.
Yeah, like who would have thought that the southern states wouldn't have figured out by now how to fry gravy? Like, how is that not a thing?
Oh, it's more than just gravy, but
Sure. But they super loved that, and it was really delicious. We also showed them a little bit of just how we live in some of the places around here. We took them to the castle, and yeah. Castle de Har. And I hear there's another castle not too far away from here that we may have to go explore.
There's a few castles that are on our list, so stay tuned for that.
We've also made some Dutch friends.
Our neighbors are awesome. We went bowling with them. We got to see a Dutch bowling alley, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. It's pretty much an American bowling alley, but a lot smaller.
And the music was great. It was from the late 90s, early 2000s, which is like...
Definitely like our school period, so yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We've done board game nights with them. We just had them over for like a make your own pizza night, and that was really fun. So it feels like we're...
Settling in
more.
Establishing some roots. And part of the things we've been figuring out is, where do we want to live? Do we really like Leiden? Do we want to stay there? I mean, Alphen and Rijn looks really pretty, but I think that we've made the decision. Our neighbors are really cool. It's super quick for me to get to work. It's awesome to be able to go to the grocery store.
Tabasco loves the house.
That's
and
true.
The yard.
And the front window.
And the cat next door.
So I think we're going to stay in Leiden for a little bit longer. The number two thing that we were most excited about is we had our first Dutch class last week.
I know. We had it on Monday. We were fully expecting like a ton of people in the class. Turns out it's just Travis, myself, and the instructor. So it's basically like a private lesson.
And she's super nice.
So lovely, so patient, and very encouraging.
Yeah. So what do you got some Dutch you want to try and say? I'll go first. Hoe gaat het?
Goed, dankjewel.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Huh, that's good. And then part of what we learned is then you ask me, hoe gaat het?
Hoe gaat het?
Yeah. Prima.
Prima. It's like his new favorite word.
But we learned some things like that. I think this week that we're about to take is going to be all about restaurants and how to order.
Ordering, and that will be very useful for us, for sure. But this week we learned about starting a conversation.
Where are you from?
Where are you from? Where were you born? Mm-hmm. The numbers, mm-hmm. which are very challenging when you're starting over. It came so easy for you.
The numbers are super easy.
But for me, it's a little bit more difficult. But
so in the comments, please leave us something that you think that we should learn in Dutch, a phrase that may be useful, or a statement. What's the other favorite one that I learned is gezellig.
Gezellig?
Yeah, which is supposed to be cozy.
Well, there's no real direct translation.
Sure, but it's like when you're excited about something, and I'm excited and hoping for a good time learning Dutch.
Yeah, it definitely was a confidence booster. She gave us a lot of really good feedback. So we're in this class for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of work. So on top of our actual work, we're doing the coursework too.
You know, running a vlog and all the things that go along with it.
We know many of you have been asking when we're going to start Dutch classes, so here is your answer. We've been waiting for a few things to fall into place. We've been looking to see if your company has been able to help us out, because Dutch lessons are not cheap.
But the ones we found weren't very expensive at all.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a good place for us to get started, build some confidence, and get us going into the next phase. And our neighbors that we met are Dutch, and they've been helping us with a couple little phrases here and there.
It's been really nice.
Alphen and Rijn is actually a pretty old city.
Yeah?
So it's been here, there's been at least some kind of a settlement here since the early 80 period, like 2,000 years ago. And it's smaller than Leiden. It's about a third of the size. Leiden's around 350 to 400,000 people.
It definitely feels smaller.
Yeah. But it's really cute, and there's lots of stuff going on here.
It's very cute.
It's a Friday here, so there's lots of people out, lots of people.
And it's beautiful weather.
Oh, yeah. So, of course, every Dutch person has to be out in the patio and enjoying the outside, which is great.
Let us soak up the vitamin D while we can, right?
Absolutely. It's really known for this big river that's here, and a few years ago there was actually a big crane crash here on the river when they were replacing some bridges. And so if you look up for Alphen and Rijn for crane collapse, you can see a pretty crazy video. Thankfully no one was hurt during the whole thing.
Yikes. Wow.
As we've been here for a little bit now, people wonder, what do we actually think of the Netherlands? And I have to say, I like it a lot.
Yeah, our quality of living is a lot better here.
I'm definitely not working nearly as much, which is really great. You're still able to work, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's been really nice, and I've been incredibly busy, so it's been good.
And Leiden's been a great city to us.
Yeah, Leiden's very close to the airport, which makes it very easy for us to travel. We were just in Paris for Easter, which was really lovely, and just I can't believe it's just a 50-minute flight away for us, and it still blows my mind. But yeah, I mean, we love the location of Leiden. We popped down to The Hague quite a bit. Alphen, super close. It's a really great location and a beautiful city.
Yeah, I think it's a place that we can find a lot of happiness in the future.
Definitely.
In what appears to be a growing tradition, we got gelato while filming.
It's such a beautiful sunny day. It's a perfect day for a gelato.
They did have a weird flavor in there that I don't know what it is. It's like Smurf flavored.
Yeah, so we've seen that a lot in a lot of the gelato shops around Leiden too.
What's Smurf flavored? Tell us in the comments.
What's the deal with that?
Yeah.
What flavor did you get?
I forgot.
Apple tart, right?
Apple tart. Yeah, that's right.
And Ardbei for myself. Delicious.
Really good. While we have our ice cream, how's your ice cream?
It's really good.
I do want to remind you, please subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help us out. Take a moment to like it. All of those things. Really, it's something that we do for fun and we enjoy a lot. And
yeah, we're not in this for the money.
Yeah. But thank you for those of you who subscribed. And if you haven't, please click the button.
One of the things we wanted to update everybody on was our fertility journey. We'd mentioned it in our last update video, which was about 3 months ago, and happy to say that we've made some progress. If you don't know how the process works here in the Netherlands, you're actually put on a waiting list because there's not a ton of places that can actually do things like the embryo transfers and things like that. So we found out, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
That we were able to go ahead and get the process started. So we have the shots. We're just waiting to use them.
Yep. And
so hopefully we'll have some good news in the next couple months here.
And we're going to be documenting that whole process and everything. So if you want to see what that looks like, we will have a video out once we get towards the end of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty scary process, but we know it'll be worth it in the end for sure.
We definitely have to have more gingers for the Redhead Festival that's in August.
Yeah. So that's really exciting. It's also very terrifying, but it'll be good.
From what I understand, the terrifying part never really goes away.
Yeah.
Which takes us to what's next.
Yeah, we have a little travel planned for the next couple of months.
So on Ascension Day, we're headed actually the day after to Antwerp, which apparently is the Dutch thing to do, is to go to Antwerp. It's very
Your
popular.
coworkers told you that, yeah?
Yeah. And then after Antwerp, we're headed to Milan in June.
Yes, which we're really excited about because neither of us have been to Italy before.
No. So you need to tell us in the comments the places for Antwerp and the places for Milan that we need to go check out. And then after that, we're kind of thinking about a trip home, maybe in late.
It's not home. This is home.
That's true. Back to the U.S. in August or September time period.
Yeah, we're just waiting to price out flights for that.
Mm-hmm. And then hopefully we'll have some exciting news in the next couple of months.
Yeah, we also have some travel for the Netherlands that we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
We had talked about going up to the Wadden Islands.
Oh, yeah.
We had talked about, we haven't been to Gelato yet.
Oh, yeah.
Maastricht is definitely on our list.
Mm-hmm.
Horn, I mean, really the possibilities are just endless. It's almost kind of overwhelming. But
Yeah, but it's exciting.
It is very, very exciting.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap things up for this week. Thank you all for tuning in. Please comment, like this, subscribe, share it, all of those things.
Oh, and follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, with the link right there. And yeah, thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.